Canada has this fascinating habit of creating policies like different relatives planning the same Punjabi wedding without speaking to each other. One department says, build more housing. Another says, convert your basement into a rental unit. The bank says, brilliant. We may even consider some of that future rental income when deciding how much mortgage you can afford. So you renovate the basement, separate entrance, permits, fire code, kitchen, bathroom, smoke alarms. Enough money spent that the basement now has better finishes than your own bedroom. And everyone says, excellent, you are helping solve the housing crisis. Then the tenant stops paying rent. And suddenly the entire tone changes. Now it is no longer, thank you for creating housing. Now it is, have you served the correct notice? Have you waited the required number of days? Have you filed the correct application? Have you paid the filing fee? Have you waited for the hearing? Meanwhile, your mortgage lender is not accepting paperwork as payment. Imagine calling the bank. Sorry, I cannot make the mortgage payment this month because my tenant has not paid rent for months. But do not worry. I have begun a very meaningful administrative journey. Canada, sweetheart, this is not seamless policy making. This is an escape room, and obviously tenant protections are necessary. Nobody should be thrown out because a landlord woke up in a bad mood or suddenly decided their cousin needs the basement. But protecting tenants from bad landlords should not accidentally create a business model for bad tenants. That is the bit nobody can discuss calmly without starting a small civil war on Reddit. The contradiction is extraordinary. Government says, please help us create more rental housing. The bank says, yes, we will consider the rental income. The homeowner says, fine, I will invest my savings and create a legal basement apartment. Then, if the rent disappears, the mortgage, property tax, insurance, utilities, repairs, and maintenance do not disappear with it. Apparently, only the income gets to practice freedom. The tenant can lose their income. The landlord, meanwhile, is expected to discover generational wealth, and this is the larger problem with policy making. Every policy sounds perfectly reasonable when you read it alone. Tenant protection, excellent. More rental housing, excellent. Using rental income to help qualify for a mortgage, excellent. Encouraging secondary suites, excellent. Put them together and suddenly it is IKEA legislation. All the pieces are technically there. Somehow the cupboard is still leaning. The solution is not fewer protections. The solution is policies that acknowledge one another's existence. If one part of government encourages ordinary homeowners to become part of the rental housing supply, another part needs to provide a fast, fair, and functional system when that arrangement genuinely breaks down. Protect the tenant, protect the landlord, protect the housing supply. Same conversation. Because right now, Canada does not have bad intentions. It has lovely intentions operating in completely separate WhatsApp groups.